Hey all, I'm back for another manga review and I am late again, but we're back with One Piece. We've got chapter 1128, and we start off with a lovely little cover of, not really sure what it is. It says in this, it's based on requests. The Straw Hats having a volcano top BBQ with a dragon from Hebo. Yeah, don't know what that is. And the Straw Hats as magicians flying through the sky with black cats from Honey Liquor. Does it say Honey Liquor? Yeah, Honey Liquor. Not sure what it is. It looks more like Harry Potter to me. You know, got school uniforms and all that. But I'll take it on their word. Robin looking cute as ever. Yeah. So the chapter title is curiously RPG. So that would indicate maybe it's a game, which would explain the weird toy Lego-ish sort of world. And Luffy gives Usopp some credit. Sorry, not credit. What's the opposite of credit? Criticism for not beating up that lion. He reckons Usopp should have been able to beat that lion, which honestly, that's a lot. That's high praise coming from Luffy. And Usopp just kind of makes his excuse that he kind of woke up and was being eaten. He kind of freaked out. Fair enough. I think we all would freak out a bit. Before I continue on too much, I will explain. I wanted to put the mystery person skull head guy on the thumbnail because I have a theory about what's going on with this person. And I'll explain at the end since they show up at the end. So look forward to that. So they all start kind of gathering their wits and trying to work out what's going on. You know, they're talking about how Usopp reckons they must be in Elbaf because they're wearing, giant clothes. There's all these giant animals. And Nami thinks, have they been turned into giants? But she obviously recognizes it's not a real tree that they're at, other than Yggdrasil. So, yeah, those are their early theories. Sanji, in his usual method, has detected that not all the Straw Hats are there because he can't smell Robin. So keep doing you, Sanji. But they reckon they should go to town and speak to the locals and try and just gather what's going on. So first thing that happens is a dude riding a grasshopper, kind of like a motorcycle, just rocks up. And they, the Straw Hats, they're trying to ask him a few questions. He's saying he's too busy. He can't answer these questions. But he explains that all the land that they see belongs to the Sun God, and he serves the ruler of Big Stein Castle, Master Iscat. So you can kind of see where this is going. He's like, oh, there's a person at the castle? No, it's a cat. So he serves a cat, the one they beat up. But we kind of find out that all these giant animals have been revered as gods. You've got the cat Iscat, Master Iscat, whatever cat god, I guess. You've got the Needle God, which is a hedgehog. You've got Ear God, which is the rabbit. And so I have a hunch of what's going on here. So my hunch at this point, and it doesn't get revealed yet, so maybe I'll be right, maybe I'll be wrong, but I think that, all animals of Elbaf have been put in here, right? But also normal people have been put here as well, so that these animals are normal for giants, but they're obviously massive for normal people, and there'll be more of this theory to come. So the guy they're talking to explains they should not head in the opposite direction from the castle because that castle is guarded by all sorts of vicious soldiers and no one who's gone there has ever returned. Nami freaks out. She's like, oh, you shouldn't say it like that. Because the next panel we see Luffy's got a goofy expression on his face. So I think we know what's happening here. Luffy immediately darts off in that direction, as we would expect. Usopp's like, no, get back here. But it's obviously too late. So he thanks the old man for the advice. And Nami does a cute little sticks her tongue out and says, sorry for everything. And, well, the guy gets a bit enamored because they all do, don't they? Zoro's clearly excited to meet the vicious enemies too, and Sanji kind of berates him for that and says Luffy gets kind of that sort of behavior off of him, feeding off his energy. So Luffy's darting off. Everyone's trying to follow him, but obviously struggling to catch up. Then Luffy sees someone darting towards him at a basically equally dramatic speed. He thinks, oh yeah, I'll just dodge and run past him, and then smack, he crashes into a mirror. So everyone's freaking out. They're saying, oh no, the sky's cracked near the temple. This place has been chaos today. And so the glass breaks, the Straw Hats go through. So it then is revealed that they've just been in this weird, like, cage, toy box sort of thing. And this is the second part of my theory, is that, well, I do think this is all just a toy box. You know, someone's playing with humans and animals and whatever. And someone calls out, hey, what was that noise? Are you on my side? Please come and save me. We're wondering who that is. And I was right to put that title on my previous video of Where is Chopper? Because here he is. Chopper was just in another part of this weird place all along, and they've shattered the glass that kind of separated them. So they're together again. Hooray. And then there's one of those moments that Nami always does. She hugs Chopper. She's like, oh, there, Chopper. You're safe now. But then she adds, now you owe me one. Because of course she does. She always acts sweet, but there's always something to get out of it. So the Straw Hats are now working out what exactly is going on. They discuss the rabbit they cooked earlier and the awful smell it gave off while they were cooking it. And they deduced that there was weird, toy, resin or whatever that the toy box is made of that was burning alongside the rabbit. So the rabbit was real, but the environment wasn't. So it gave off a nasty, plasticky, burning smell. And it turns out that this glass, this mirror, is sort of one of those one-way mirrors. So you can see through it from the outside, but it just reflects on the inside. So it makes everything seem like it's going on forever. And Sanji's thinking, oh, I could install those on the women's bathroom, because he's got to add a perverted comment, and Nami swiftly kicks him in the face, as you do. And sorry, I seem to be taking credit for a theory of this being a toy box with humans and animals, but they even say in a panel here that, oh yeah, some weird giants just put a load of humans and animals in there, so maybe I just kind of saw that and I'm taking credit for something I didn't actually work out. Sorry. But there is a little theory of mine that hasn't been revealed yet, so we'll see if I'm right when I say it at the end. And then as they're discussing that and they decide, oh yeah, we should head back to town and get more information, they get attacked by a bunch more animals. They've got a snake, rats, a raven, and they come to the conclusion that these might be the temple's soldiers, these vicious animals. So we're then introduced to the sun god. Let's do air quotes. Sun god. He overhears Luffy, well, mainly Luffy, but the whole Straw Hat's making a lot of noise. There's fire everywhere. Luffy's in Gear 5, and, well, it's all a bit chaos. The sun god cries out, "My sacred temple!" And then he sees the raven in a lot of discomfort, and he cries out, "Mugen!" Which is, another reference to Norse mythology. That's one of Odin's ravens. Then Luffy uses Gear 5 Gum Gum Dawn Pistol to take out the snake, and the sun god cries out, "Hulmengarda," which I'm not sure if that's a reference. I think it could just be sort of a reference to Jormungandr, the world serpent. But he's obviously enraged now, and they're saying that this giant seems especially huge and looks creepy, and they start running. And then they encounter the cat again, and they hitch a ride upon him. Chopper actually translates for the cat here and says that they'll pay for this, but doesn't matter, they're charging away. And well, this is where we leave the chapter. They're being chased by the sun god. And this is where I guess I say my theory. I reckon the sun god's just some dork collector who chucks animals and humans in a little toy box or whatever. I initially had a fear of him being a kid, but him being revealed as a especially large giant, maybe it's not a kid. So that's why I've shifted to the idea of it just being some dork, the equivalent, the giant equivalent of a dork, and he just collects animals and humans. But curious, what you guys think he might be? Is he actually a god? Is he gonna be a threat? Or, well, I suppose we'll find out next week. Well, find out tomorrow when we start getting leaks. But official release on Sunday. I plan to be on time this time. So see you all then. Bye.